Hello, everybody. I apologize for the delay. We're trying to take care of some last minute thing in prep for hopefully the convention tomorrow, as well as making sure everything is a-okay. And as promised, oh hi, Candy. And as promised, oh, almost lost my spoon. But as promised, I got the Inktober thing. Hi, Mango. As promised, I got the Inktober thing happening here and such. And with the upcoming online convention happening tomorrow, the stream may be cut a little bit short today. Like maybe an hour and a half, rather than the 2 hours that I had hoped to do. Pretty much at the time of chaos. Woohoo! And such. So, like I said, if I can get my right in, like I said, I'm gonna work on these three. Hopefully, I can get it in one picture if my brain operate well and such. But other than that, enjoy the show. My bouncing bird, yes, my little cute animation that I made. Okay, that I'm gonna have to fix later. So let's see. I'm debating on whether doing like all three or just one at a time, because with the hour and a half time limit I'm giving myself here. Plus, I just got a random idea. Hold on. Time for a little sketch working. And so I'm just gonna be using my Nevermore because, like, why not? Do one at a time. Yeah. I mean, I might do one at a time and such. I'm just gonna sketch this crazy idea that I know I had in my head for a while. And such, like, I actually came up with this idea, like, with the idea of doing, like, rabbit style, because it was, like, around Easter or something. But then it's like, by the time I realized I was gonna even get to it, I'm like, well, crap. Easter is gonna be long gone by then, so just go with what I do best. And such, and it's pretty much like, okay, just maybe put my Nevermore in a situation. And my cat is trying to go after my chip. Yay. Whoop. Yeah. Right now, with the way I'm doing it, I'm to try to get an idea of what's what. Actually, or something like this. Because the idea that I was thinking of was flight, kind of referring to like the bird in the sky, which I might go for like a more of a lighter tone or something colorful to contrast my Nevermore dark with pale rib cage, well, pale boning, but shadow because the whole like I guess in a way the shadow I was thinking more like not like a literal shadow, but like the fact of like this being the main idea and such with the flight here being like a contrast and brick. Well, I mean the brick wall. Come on. Excuse me. Yeah, and usually, yeah, the driver can be a little bit weird. It's kind of like one of the few things I actually tried to fix when my tablet was being all wonky at first. But then it's like no matter how many times I reinstall, like uninstall, reinstall, even try with new cables, it didn't want to work for some reason. So I was just like, okay, time to get a new one. Bullet. No help it. Whoop. Have to do that on a fresh layer. Any tips for drawing? Really hard to say because it depends on what you're planning on drawing and such. Like, if you want to draw more animal based, then, well, most of the time people usually say reference to real life. So it's like with my Nevermore and such, I've actually looked at a lot of different birds to get an idea of the anatomy, the way the wings and the fluff would be around him and such. Like there have been some time where I have designed Nevermore to have more of a gory-ish kind of appearance, I guess. But then it's like for a more chibi kind of version, like I can't really go too much into the gore factor without like putting in so much time and effort to make sure everything works out and such. So my recommendation usually is just draw from real life and such. If you're having an artist block though, then it's usually more of like just listen to music, play some game, watch the movie, you know, something to help take your mind from it. Granted, I'm not doing the greatest with these things. I probably should have had reference with these brick walls and such, but I'm gonna go with what I know because I did do some reference search. Excuse me. I did do some reference searching when I did the Inktober version for Castlevania. So that's why it's kind of like trying to make these a little bit more solid and rigidy rather than a smooth lines like I usually do. With hands. Yeah, with hands, I would show a actual video and such, but I actually do have hand mannequin. I really need to fix that one finger. So it's the pointer finger. But I actually do have mannequin hands that sometimes if I can't reference my own hand, like if I okay, like if I can't reference my own hand and such because I need to see more from the front, like where the main finger is and such, then I'll usually give my mannequin or do some image research, like try to look at many references as I can so I can get a better idea. There's one thing I know about reference, you can never go wrong with them. A lot of people say it's like a lot of people have given crap about it, but it's like references are there for a reason, my peeps. And if you got a problem with using reference, then like okay, you do you, but I do me, and I use reference, so shut up. And for you reference proper results. Yes. Yes, again, there's nothing wrong with using reference. As much as I know some people disagree. Yeah, and it's like some people go on and if there's one advice I had to say about the whole doing artwork is that like there's always gonna be a piece of art that you're not exactly proud of. But my take on that is that if you do ever wind up with an artwork that you're not proud of, or it's like you wish you can burn an eternal inferno and such, take it as a learning experience. Like, okay, what was it that didn't work? And such. And if you could, what would you improve on it? And such. It's kind of like give yourself your own critique. Like, don't put yourself down. Like, I have many times where I have to do that myself with the whole okay that look like. I don't know what the language barrier is for YouTube, but there have been times where it's like I didn't like a piece of work and I'm just like I don't like it. I am worthless. But in the long run, it's the whole like, it's just the whole like, okay, what was it about it that didn't work out? Like, was it the pose? Maybe the colors and such? And then just take it as a learning experience. Whoops. Here I'm going like, what was I doing? Oh, awesome. And so, how was your comic going, by the way, Mango? It's been a while since I heard anything about it. Granted, my comic's been kind of slow and such because I'm either lacking the motivation to work on it or I'm just so swamped with other stuff. Or I just want to take a lazy day. You know, take a lazy Wednesday. Candy, I've been there many times myself. One thing I always like, one advice I would give on that is that if like, think of it this way: the same artist that you think is better, there's a good chance they may have been in the same shoes you've been in. The whole like, oh, they see something amazing and such and really want to do it, but then it's like they don't like how it came out and like, oh, this person's better. Pretty much take that stuff and throw it out the garbage. Like throw it out the window. Can everyone? It's baby steps and such. Like I've been trying to practice with digital art for months now, and it's like it's just now getting to the point where I'm actually getting more comfortable with it. Where before I'm like, oh, probably garbage. Everyone else can do this better than I can. Same thing with watercolor. Like I wasn't that confident with watercolor until I just kept pushing it, such, and eventually it just became something I enjoy. Now if I could just find the time to do it. And such, but again, it takes practice, and the artists who are really good and such, they've probably been in the same boots you've been in. Do wrong button. Hi Tim, how you doing? Nope. I think everyone's holding up. Like, holding up as best they can. Well, I'm just a bit of a headache and such, but yeah, I'll make it through. I'll survive. Kind of give my raven a little bit more of a inky like appearance. Honestly, Tim, like it's gonna be really tricky to say so on that one, cause granted, everyone's gonna be able to reopen at their own pace, but when you really think about it, it's like if we open too soon, then the situation with the virus can get worse rather than better. And we already lost like thousands of lives and such. Like it is a tricky thing to think. I'm gonna have my Raven a little bit more when he normally is supposed to be. Leave your phone alone. You're not the only one, buddy. Like, I've been talking to my coworker, and all of them are going bananas. Although, maybe we should take all that banana and make a banana bread. I don't know, like, my poor attempt at making a joke. That did not work as I planned. Not a problem. Although I thought that was more like trying to pull a joke out of my ass. And so, pull a joke out of my ass, see where it gets me. Maybe I should do stand-up comedy. Hey! I don't know, like, I mean, we all could use a moment of cheering up and such. So that's why I actually do these streams. Like, one, kind of help promote business a little bit on my end. But also because the whole, like, we all can use. Thank you. It's like we all can use that moment, the whole, like, just have something fun, something creative going on. And so, Jen, part of me would think of the whole, if I can literally do that and such, then it's like, it'll be worth it. Trying to make like a crinkly tree that's kind of decayed. Whoops. Could have a dark side. I don't think My Little Pony is gonna go that far, but I'm pretty sure anyone can have a dark side. Like, oh gosh, I forgot which episode it was, but there was one episode where Queen Chrysalis was actually trying to do a element of disharmony and such. Well, not really an element of disharmony, but it's more like actually create the main six character and hope to be able to control the element themselves. Only for the tree to go like, no, not happening. Like, nope, bye. I'm gonna fry you all. So I mean, it could be possible because they did kind of show that there is a possible dark side with the whole like. Actually, I just realized Discord also did the same thing too, where it was like in the earlier season when I don't know if y'all remember this. Yeah, Mean Six and such. That was a riot. I wish they did more about that because that would have been such an interesting concept and such. But like Discord kind of did the same thing too with the whole like I don't know exactly what he did, like kind of poke them or kind of convert them to be the opposite and hope to destroy the friendship or some sort of thing. Like Discord, we love you, but come on, make sense once in a while, buddy. Oh wait, I forgot it. Discord. He's a master of chaos. What is there to make sense? Certainly not my brain. Oh no, now I'm remembering the time he was dressed as Mr. Roger. That was a classic. Yeah, Daybreaker, Nightmare Moon, and Midnight Sparkle. I don't remember if Midnight Sparkle was a thing. Candy, if you're in the chat, was Midnight Sparkle a thing? Like, I just recently started rewatching all the episodes again, just to have something fun to watch. But was Midnight Sparkle a thing, or was that something that we crazy fans made up? I know Daybreaker and Nightmare Moon was a real thing, but I don't remember Midnight Sparkle. Oh no, wait, I'm dumb. Never mind. I forgot about the movie. Oh boy. I completely forgot about the movie with the whole the human Twilight went nuts from all the magic she collected. Oh, me and my crazy brain. Yeah, like I said, I completely forgot about the movie. It's been a while since anything My Little Pony related came out. Y'all think that the new My Little Pony thing's gonna be coming out this month? Well, not this month, but this year. And such. Can I remember there was a whole shebang of whether we were getting a new generation Heart Crusher. That, I mean, not a bad idea. And sorry, the thing is though, she would be more if Princess Cadence had a dark side. It would be more of like the princess of hate rather than the princess of love. It's like at least that's what I kind of figure with the way they do the dark side. Like technically the opposite of the element. Although theoretically, Daybreaker and yeah, like I said, technically speaking, Daybreaker and Nightmare Moon are not really opposite, but more like they're powered up in sense of how they use it. Like Nightmare Moon still had the power of the night, but she was using it more to create eternal night. Where Daybreaker still had the power of the sun, but it pretty much gave her the ability to have fire and even flamethrower, breathe fire like a dragon and such because of her intent. Like all that kind of stuff is the intent of what they were going to use and such. So that's why it got me thinking if Candace wind up having a dark side, she would theoretically be the princess of hate and such. Or if you take the aspect of love and amplify it, wouldn't that actually become more like lust? Now I'm getting into kinky territory. Yikes. Okay, back it up, back it up. Meep, meep, meep. Okay, like, get out before I cause more problems. And the last thing we need is more problems. And I'm doing this on the wrong layer. A little fixing because I don't want to be covering my little guy's face. At least that much anyway. Yeah, and usually the way I had Nevermore designed it that he's supposed to be well, kind of like a bird. Like it's more of he's a peaceful but can be a fearful present if you let him and such. But I always create him to be peaceful because it's the whole kind of like an actual bird. They're usually calming and peaceful looking until you start messing with them. Then pretty much oh boy, like if someone were to mess with Nevermore, like a lot of his feathers would actually like ruffle, puff up, kind of idea. Such like he'll actually use his beak and like his little talent more because ravens are not technically attack birds, but they can be quite a mess to deal with. And so like I'm still kind of learning about ravens, so that way I can have Nevermore portray them better. Such as I pretty much got like the layout with the whole how the leg, the body would behave in a sense. But in the long term, it's the whole like okay, like his physical appearance. What magical girl genre? You'd be surprised, Tim. You'd be surprised. Such. If anything, it's more like I think it with the style and such and everything because like the concept really came from, if I remember correctly, Rebecca Sugar or no wait that was Steven Universe. Oh god, it's been so long since I thought of this. But I honestly think it's the style rather than just gotta just get that along. I think it's more of the style that made it different rather than like whether it brought back the show or not or made the show. Especially since if I remember correctly when it was first made, was that Lauren, I believe that's her name, when she, I think I remember seeing in an interview that when she first made My Little Pony, like she had a completely different storyline and everything going on for the show and such. But Hasbro, as usual, did the whole like, okay, we'll take the idea, we want to do it this way. Lauren wasn't happy with it, and it was more the whole okay. Like, if I remember correctly, it was more like there was really no ultimatum. There was more the whole like, you let us do it our way and such. You'll still get the credit and everything, and such. But we're gonna do it our way, or we don't do this at all. I don't know. It was one of those crazy conspiracy theories that like went ballistic like years ago. If I remember correctly, she was on board for the first season, but the remaining seven she was not on board. So she was given credit for the actual show because she is the creator for it. Lauren Foss, yeah, thank you, Mango. I remember it was like Lauren, but I completely forgot what the last name was. Whoop! I am a terrible fan. And such. But I do remember seeing a theory where, according to an interview, she wanted one way, Hasbro wanted another way, and such. And she was only with them for one season. Again, don't quote me on that because this was like years ago, and such. When I was still learning about the fandom, it was like I think it was in like I would like it was like the show was in like its fourth or fifth season when I was hearing a lot of this stuff because my brain was going like, "Wow, Lauren created all this ideas and such," and then I found out, oh no, she wanted it a different way. She wanted more down the girly path. Not that it's a bad thing, but it's more like she wanted to be more focused to the market, which is which was aiming toward like young girls. Where Hasbro wanted to still aim at that market, but still make it a little bit more broader, like in a sense of like maybe young girl to preteen, and everything. And such. So it's like it's just one of those interesting things that I found out. It's like, oh bother. Oh, and if I'm hearing this music correctly, this is actually one of my favorites. I love this music. So relaxing and soothing. Thank you. I still have yet to put in the other birds. But to kind of represent the flight thing. Like I'm not gonna go too crazy with these birds and such because like an idea is more the whole like they're flying in the light, friendship in disguise. Is that an episode or? kind of taking the easy way out with these things. But again, they're not the main focus of the illustration. Thank you, Mango. Love how I'm not trying to put too much detail in it, yet I'm still putting in a lot of detail. When will I ever learn? Probably never. There we go. Like, not trying to do too much crazy ever, but still kind of have it where these birds are more, well, not really more important, but more like they are a little bit more unique and can be able to do things where my poor Nevermore can't. Kind of like the whole being like special birds. I don't know. Maybe I should have put a phoenix in there, but again, it's like the point of these birds is supposed to be like a flight thing. And it's said to be official transfer. Okay, that ought to be interesting. Yeah, I gotta make them tiny. I love how I kind of gave him that little derp. Derp, derp, derp. Oh my god. Like, line thickness, yeah. Load the birds. Yep. Yeah, the birds are just so much fun to create. Mostly because the whole, depending on what bird it is, like, there are just so many different forms it can take. Plus, I just like drawing feathers. Yep. Again, I'm just trying not to focus too much on the birds here. It should be released in December. Okay. Wait a minute, Tim. If it would be released this December, then how do you know? Like some of the. Well, never mind. I'm being dumb here. Because for a moment I thought you were mentioning something about the whole how there was something relating in that comic, and it's like, oh yeah, it's XYZ. You should totally check it out. And I'm like, wait a minute. He didn't really mention anything about the comic, so what am I thinking? I'm having a brain fart today. Don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. And suddenly I turned Scottish. Here we go. Kind of got like a bird of three or something like that going. Yeah, I mean, right now I'm just trying to get my critters on there and such so I can figure out what's what. Yeah, since sometimes I do kind of get the landscape together, but at the same time, I kind of wait until I get more of what is the main focus that's being worked with. which in this case is kind of like, okay, there's like a group of very nice birds flying around, and my Nevermore just kind of in the shadow, inside with his little pointy face, and inside he's dripping ink. I'm really gonna get that eye checked out. It's twitching like crazy. Bless you, Ma. Thank you. You're welcome. You're a little crisscross. Yeah, besides, like sometimes when I do my moths, I don't really do like outlines for them and such. I usually have it more focused in the coloring and such because the way I do, like when I actually outline moths, it's more like just a patch of fuzz and such. And sometimes when it comes to sketching it out, it doesn't always translate well. So sometimes I'll just like the little section I did here, and that I kind of try to make that into moths, but it just like look like a lump. So if anything, I'll just save that more for like the actual line work outdoors. Well, not really line work, but y'all get what I mean. But I mean, then there's some areas that sometimes it translates well. And so it really depends on how I get it set up on here. And what did Earth look? Yes, yes, that's why he's my precious bird. That's why he's my precious bird. And so it's like he may not be real in life, but he's real to me, and he gets all the loving. He gets all the loving, no matter how many times he'd be pecking my eyes or fingers if he was real. I wish it was real, but then I would have to come with the concept of, oh yeah, it's possible that that there would be a living dead. I can handle dead animal, like living dead animals, but like with the concept, but yeah, living dead humans for some reason it's like nope, nope, nope. Let me get the Holy Cross and everything. I don't know. Maybe it's just that I guess it's what people would call that whole uncanny valley and such when it comes to like shows and such. How when something is too human, it kind of can make us very uncomfortable. Maybe that's what it is for me. And then on ending on dead, like since it's too close to being like human and such, it can make it very uncomfortable. Yep, yep. So true. Yep. Thank you. Yeah, it's still trial and error with what I'm doing. But I definitely love how the watercolor brush is definitely giving me a kind of like the cartoon, not really cartoony, but that cartoonish look that I really enjoy doing. And then it also blends very nicely, like depending on the pressure I use. Yeah. I think I'm gonna go with the idea of making these guys maybe more like baby phoenix. So I already got the tufts and everything. Oh come on. For some reason my computer do that for some reason. I never understood why. Like I have a hiccup with the whole, suddenly we don't want to work in this program. Internal done. Hey, don't know. Well, when you said above, are you referring to, well, like, which one are you referring to, more or less? Talking about the middle one, the one on the left, one on the right? Something that line a bit so it's not that bold. Okay. There we go. Kind of help them blend a little bit more. Okay, again, don't want them kind of being the main focus. Like my little guy here is the main focus. But I don't want to like have the lines overshadowed either. And such. you. Yeah? Are you still on streaming? Yep. Okay, have fun. What, food's ready? It's been ready for over an hour. Oh, jeez. Yeah. Sorry about that, food. Just that, Mom was making some eggplant parmesan and such, and I actually had some before. It was pretty good. Although I don't know if that's the same one that I had last time. Blue. Thank you. Yeah, again, it's kind of like playing with the contrast where the birds in the skies are all bright and colorful, such with the red, where my Nevermore is more of a not really depressing, but more of like a dreary, like creating that contrast. Make this section a tad darker so I can empathize a bit. With that, just one more little thing I like to do. And there we go. Now we got more of a actual watercolor style kind of design. Probably tone. Yeah. Sometimes it's tricky just to get it looking just right. And such, but voila, we got our Inktober with a combination of light, shadow, and brick. Yeah. And with that, seeing it's almost 10. I mean, granted, it's been about a minute, like an hour and 45 minutes. But I'm actually getting hungry for dinner. And such, let me actually do one little notion and such, because what is an illustration without my signature? And with that, that pretty much complete the Inktober. I'm just gonna fix my signature because like the big. Like I try not to make it too big, but with that, we got our Inktober. Such with a combination of light, shadow, and brick. I hope you all enjoy it. I know I'm gonna enjoy dinner. Such, and with that, um, before I go, actually, there is an event coming up tomorrow. Where it's going to be streaming is still up for debate and such. We're not sure if the virtual art con stream will be streamed on my channel tomorrow and Sunday, or it will be streamed on the virtual art convention YouTube account. Such, I will be giving everyone a heads up. Probably like a quick stream in the morning, or a notice on Facebook, and everything of where we'll be streaming and such. So yeah, stop by, check out what we got and such. I will be having a few surprises and a few planned projects for the time being. And with that, I hope y'all have a good one. And with that, I will see you guys pretty much tomorrow. And with that, y'all have a lovely night. Stay safe, stay protected, and such, please. I love y'all, and such, and I value your lives, and everything. So with that, y'all have a good one. You have a lovely night, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye!